Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Babs from Black Cat Stitching and today is June 9, 2020. If you're new, welcome. If you're back, also welcome. So this is my third video and I have some things to talk about. I have some stitchy kindness. I have a piece that is framed. I think you can guess which one that is. And I have two whips where I worked on. So let's start with the stitchy kindness. As you can see, I can't keep my hands still. But yeah. The light isn't very good. That's because I'm in the attic and I don't have very good lighting here. So let's see. First, around 2 to 3 weeks ago, my tablet broke. The hole where the charger has to go into was completely broken off in the inside. It was only bought in December, but when I called the store, they said that doesn't fall under the guarantee or warranty, whatever you call it. And they told me to buy a new one. I didn't have any crafting money left, so I decided not to stitch anymore because I can't do a max color on paper. We don't have a printer here, so that was a problem too. Well, the printer, we have one, but it doesn't work. So, and because of COVID, the copy shops weren't open yet, so I couldn't do that either. After a few days, Harold, my boyfriend, just couldn't keep up with it anymore. He was tired that I couldn't stitch, and he bought a new one. The same day, I'm in this Discord group for the Stitchy Quest to destroy the ring, one ring. I'm gonna cry and I don't want to cry on pictures or on video. They have decided to rack me some money on PayPal to buy a new tablet. But they didn't know that Harold already bought one, and I didn't know that either. So both came at the same moment when I came from home. So they said I could buy something lovely with it, and I did. So guys, thank you so much. I really have to be careful not to cry. So I'm gonna show you what I bought. So first of it, the threads for Tier. So that's Purple Fetch from Irina Garmashova. I have it in her designs. And this is what I could grab from my stash. It's mostly leftover threads from Crab Apple and Witching Hour. And then I still needed some others. So those arrived as well. I missed a few, but those my mom had. So on one hand, I can't wait to start it. On the other hand, I think it will be hard. Like Crab Apple, Touche died in 2015. It took me till 2017 to actually start stitching it. I have put it away after 2 months, and only October or November 2019 I could pick it up again to have it finished last month. So it will be hard, but maybe I'll do it. And then I'll have 3 head whips. Three. The other thing I bought, it's again cat lovers. I don't know how to do this, but each time I take a video, the letters are flipped. I don't really know how to fix it. Maybe Harold can help me sometimes, but I don't know. I try to do it in edits. So if you have any tips on how I can flip a video, please let me know. So this is Jardin Prive. It's cat lovers and it's Quaker inspired. So I chose to do it on 36 counts, 2/2, and it will be around 10 inches big. There's 8 colors, but you can't see that very well because it's flipped. And it's not that big of a pattern, it's only 6 pages. It's lovely. It's completely charted in DMC. They recommend 20 count vintage antique white, but they also give the measurements for 28 count, 32 count, 36 count, and 40 counts. Or if you split them, the 14, 16, or 18 Aida. I bought it on the website from Jardin Prive herself in France, and it arrived pretty quickly. I don't like to stitch on white fabric, so I have a grey, blue, somewhat greenish even weave. It's an Edinburgh Zweigart, so I love it. I really love it. So jardinprive.com. And I also have the threads. They are not full skeins, they are cut at 4 meters. So I need 2 dark browns, 2 light browns, a dark blue, a light blue, 2 dark greens, two mossy greens, 2 light pinks, oh sorry, oh I'm so sorry, I have hay fever and it's not going well, and 2 dark pinks. I'm gonna put this back in the back. I don't know when I will start it yet. I wanted to start it this weekend, but I was too tired from work and I haven't stitched all weekend, almost all week, so that is not good, but yeah. Maybe I'll stitch them after this video. And thank you guys, again guys, you know who we are. I really appreciate it. Then at the end I'm going to insert a video about Crab Apple. She's framed and I really love her. It does look a bit different in the lighting inside than outside, but you'll see that in the video. My other stash is, I have threads for 3 Heaven and Earth designs, and I have a roll of fabric at my parents' house, and I gave my mom the measurements. So fabric for Hubble Bubble, fabric for Purple Fetch or Tiger, and fabric for Fall Fairy. It's all the same fabric, 25 counts, Zweigart even weave. I don't know the exact color, I think it was 790, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what it is. I have worked on 2 whips. Both of them are Heaven and Earth designs. This is Time's Up. I haven't taken it out of the ring, but I'm working on page 13. I made a huge mistake. I have two colors in there. One is a very fat, I don't know how to describe the symbol, but like a dot. The other is a small dot. And here it should be the lighter one. It's quite impossible to frog it out, as you can see on the back. There are all old threads over it, and I tried stitching over it, but it just looks bad. So I decided to keep it in. It's my work. It makes it more unique. And who's gonna find that mistake bad? I like it. Well, I don't like the mistake, but it's too heavy to pick it out. And it would mean I would have to hold this part out, and I really don't feel like doing that. So at the moment I'm working on the black. I'm not sure what I will do. Will I switch pieces again after the black, or do I continue? It all depends on it. I don't have a specific rotation. I stitch on what I want. Sometimes it can be 4 to 5 months to the same. Sometimes I only can keep up for one day. So this time's up. I'm gonna put this aside. I have a bag here to put everything in. And my second whip is Fox Sleeping by Gina Matarrozo. Also Heaven and Earth Designs. Nara from the Stitch Request first saw a naked lady. Then they saw Cthulhu, or an angry, yeah, I forgot the name in English. You see, I'm not English speaking, it's not my main language. So, octopus, that was it. She saw an octopus. Then she saw a beautiful dress. And now she sees nothing anymore. So, this is it. It's a bit of gold border. I still have some stitches left in here. And the middle will be a lot of purple and blues. It's not that easy to stitch a max color, I must admit. There are over 230 colors. They are spread over 3 boxes, and it wasn't easy to find the right color. And the boyfriend has put everything on number, so it's easier to find them. I do have this calculia, but they're all behind each other, the 100s, the 200s, the 300s, the 400s, and it's easier to find them like that. So I really like it, and I wonder how it will look further on. So, hooray. I don't know when I will pick this up. It's the same like with Time's Up. I don't have an official rotation, or it's just do what you like and feel what I want to stitch. So some people have asked me in PB to do another tag, so I have one here on my computer, so I have to look here, and I am going to do the Confessions of a Cross Stitcher tag. Okay, I think I have to do it another time because it doesn't want to do it here. Okay, I found it. So, Confessions of a Cross Stitcher tag by Vintage Chic Stitcher. Question 1. Just cross stitch or specialty stitches too? A mix of both. I love my Heaven and Earth designs, and as you know, they only have cross stitches, but I also do other patterns like the biscuno I made from the drum thread, and those have specialty stitches. So I don't mind. Question 2. Whole stitches only or half and quarter stitches too? Again, mix of both. My hats have whole stitches only, while my Joanne Elliott's and the Winter Witch I'm working on have quarter stitches, half stitches. So, question 3. French knots or beads in their plates? Beads. Beads, beads, beads. I hate French knots. I really hate them. So, beads. Definitely. 4. Backstitch, nemesis or friends? I don't mind them. I always do them at last when my pieces are done. And I don't really mind them. I love to see how a piece comes together with backstitches. First you see only blobs of things, and then it completely changes to something with a view. I'm gonna combine question 5 and 6. Washed or unwashed, iron or what's an iron? When a piece is finished, it goes to my mom, and she washes them for me. She irons them for me. I don't know her specific process, so I can't really tell you how she does it. She washed scrap apple for me 2 weeks ago, before it went to the framers to be framed. So I give that all to my mom. She does that for me. Professional frames or do you do it yourself? Professional frames. I have a very good framer shop, and they frame it all for me. I love that more than having a half-finished project or badly framed. I admire people who can frame it themselves, but I'm not one of those people. So, framed FFOs or other finishes? Mostly framed. I have some other finishes too, like biscuitness, humbugs, but those are at my parents'. They were gifts from my mom, so I don't have them here. Stickler for the pattern or creative muse? I am scared to change things besides the fabric, so stickler for the pattern. Organized stitcher or ruler of chaos? Ruler of chaos. I do have everything in boxes by project, but when I start stitching, it's a mess. There's thread everywhere. So, planned or spontaneous? Spontaneous, mostly. Process stitcher. My words, mind my words. Process stitcher or project driven? One moment I'm project driven and it has to be finished, like I had with crab apple. The other time is just about the process of stitching. I do get a bit more to the side of project driven, because I keep tracks of when something will be finished, how many stitches I would need to do a day to get them finished. So, impulse buyer or thoughtful purchaser? If it goes about Heaven and Earth designs and a new Lisa Parker comes out, I'm an impulse buyer. I need to have it. By kitting them up, buying threads or buying other patterns, it's thoughtful. I have a budget and I don't want to go over it too much. So, thoughtful purchaser, mostly. If you make a mistake, do you have to frog it out? It depends. The mistake I've shown you on Time's Up, I'm not frogging out. But if I notice that I'm 2 or 3 stitches too high, I will frog it. But it really depends on the work. Have you ever shown your work? If not, would you like to do one day? I'm showing it to you guys. So, is that good enough for showing of my work? Who you do stitch for? For my parents and for myself, and sometimes little things for friends. I don't stitch big pieces to give away anymore, because they take so long, and sadly some people don't understand the word of something handmade. It's they rather have 50 euros or dollars in cash money than the craft money you spent on it and all the time you spent on it. So if your stage gifts are delivered on time or they're fashionably late. Also, that depends on it. If it's a Joe and Elliot, like I did for Mother's Day a few times, they are delivered on time. If it's one that I made for one of my uncles, a steam train, he had to wait 4 years for it. I hated that piece. And in the end, I just did like 1 or 2 threads on my head and then 1 thread on that piece just to get it finished. Where is the strangest place you have ever stitched? The cemetery. We live behind the cemetery, but it's more like a park, and there are benches. There is a big sitting area in the middle, and since we don't have a garden, since we don't have a balcony, I often go there to stitch or to read a book. Is there any place on earth where you would really like to stitch? A castle. That would be fun. A big castle with only time to stitch and hundreds of walls to hang pieces on. If you could only stitch on one project monogamously for a year, which would be? I did that. I stitched Witching Hour till it was finished, and then I stitched on Crab Apple till it was finished. So if I have to choose now, I would say Fox Sleeping. So what is the most amount of whips you had at once? At the moment, 6. That's my biggest amount. So, and I don't want to have much more than that. I admire people with hundreds of whips, but I would get crazy by it. I don't even know when I would pick one up or put it down and when I will see it again. No, really not. How old is your oldest active whip? 2018, I think. And those are the snow globes. Yes, 2018 or 19. I don't remember anymore. I think it's, yeah. I know it's the snow globes, but I don't know which year I started them. So my oldest whip before was Scrap Apple, but that one is finished. Honestly, tell us about your stash. How many charts and kits do you have? Kits? I think around 9. Charts? Over 200, 250. Including magazines, of course. If I include magazines, I will have over 1,000, but I own almost every Lisa Parker Haed. I own lots of small ones. I have CD-ROMs with patterns I bought from Just Cross Stitch, from the magazine. So, lots. Truth, which designers do you just not get? Sorry if I offended anyone, but Pumpkin Stitchery, Pumpkin Cloud Stitchery, nope. The Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, oh my god, I'm putting those two together. And Cloud Factory, they are cute, but no, not for me, and I don't know, really no. Which designers I absolutely adore and cannot live with it? Lisa Parker, Heaven and Earth Designs. Joanne Elliott, Madame Chantilly, The Little Stitcher. There's too many. There's really too many. How many hours a week do you devote to stitching? And it all depends to my working schedule. Sometimes it's 4 hours, sometimes it's 10 hours, sometimes it's 15 hours. Sometimes it's nothing. So if I'm tired from work and it's not going, I'm not stitching. So that's kind of it. You are on a desert island and resources are scarce. There are 4 options to you: chocolate, coffee, Mr. Darcy, and stitching. You can only pick 2. Stitching. I don't like coffee, so that goes off. Chocolate would melt, but I wouldn't need to eat. I like Mr. Darcy, but I need to eat, otherwise I can't stitch, so chocolate. I'm not too much on chocolate, but chocolate and stitching. That's about it. Does your significant other really know how much you spent on your craft? He does approximately. He doesn't know it by the cent or by the euro, but the dollar. I'm in Europe, so I speak of euros. He knows it approximately, but he doesn't know it. I tell him how much it costed to get a head up, or how much my pattern from Jardin Prive costs, but he doesn't really know it up to the cent. He knows it approximately. I think he knows that I almost always ask to him when I buy something, do you like it? Would you want this on the wall? And often he says no, and then I give it up, even though I would want to stitch it myself. So that's about it. I have shown you my whips, my stash. And there's one thing left for you to see, and that is a little movie about Crabapple. I'm gonna insert that behind, but I'm gonna say goodbye already, because I filmed the little video this afternoon, and I was going to put it in between, in the middle, but I don't know how to get the video spliced. So I'm gonna already say thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please ask them on Facebook, Instagram, or here, and have fun. Bye bye. And here she is back at home. She got framed yesterday, and my mum went to pick her up today and brought it to me. I'm having very bad lighting, so it's showing up more brown than it actually is. The mat is more grey, and the frame is also more grey with the silver toning in it. I really love what my framers did to it, and it's just so good to see her back at home. So this piece is made on 25 count even weight from Zweigart. I don't know the exact color of the fabric, but I have a roll of it, and it's just stunning. I can't believe it how she looks now. So I'm going to zoom in a bit. So here you see the silver lining in it. Yes, the mat is really showing brown. It's more grayish. It's a linen mat instead of a paper one, and it has some structure to it. You can see the lights shining back, but this is how it is now. So I really love it. She will have a beautiful spot in our house. So back to the main video.